Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Robert Kelly, a.k.a. The Dude, a.k.a. The King of Zoom. Thanks for checking out the Calta and Kelly YouTube page. We hope you like what we're putting up there. Make sure you go to patreon.com/Robert Kelly and sign up over there, because every week we put a show, an extra show. Friday show, only Patreon. And we also have the J.O. party on Saturday night, only Patreon. That means you, all the fans, get to come into a Zoom and hang out with us and all the other ladybugs. And it's a blast. So we also let you watch all the shows live. YKWD live, all the Calta and Kelly's live, unedited, all go on the Patreon. And you also get the 10-minute extra YKWD every week goes on there, along with Live from the Shed, one-on-ones, Tech Talk with Bobby and Friends. There's so much content up there. And you know what? It's all for what? A price of a cup of coffee. $5 get you in the door. And you're going to love it. So make sure you go over there, patreon.com/Robert Kelly. And here's another little thing I want you to do. If you like this content we're putting up, subscribe and like. That's it. Just hit the little button, subscribe, so you know when we got a new show out, and then like it so we know you like what we're doing. Okay? That's it. Patreon.com/Robert Kelly. Subscribe and like. Now, enjoy the show.
Of money. They're here to entertain you, not because Bobby needs the money. In this place you'll laugh right down from your belly. So get in here, you half a queer. It's time for Calta and Kelly.
That's for you. And this is for you. Live, Calta and Kelly, back again. Calta looks fantastic. His lighting situation is fucking popping. Finally!
My friend bought me some lights for my birthday. They look wonderful.
Fantastic. I mean, looks great. I mean, not the king of Zoom, but you're getting close. And we got, of course, Mush in the background producing the show. And our guest today with the, antique lamp behind him. I don't know what look he's going for. I don't know if he's fucking a fucking vampire. I don't know. Ray, I want you to have this gift from my great grandmother. She's still alive.
Something like that.
Ray Ellin.
At least it's contracted by the beautiful artwork next to it.
That's from the young girls he banged from Aruba.
You're terrible. That's from like the third week of March. I was just losing my mind during the lockdown, sitting here alone, and I had some spray paint, and that happened. And you should never spray paint in a room that you want to sleep in, because you don't wake up.
It sounds like a fun time. I used to do that as a teenager when I didn't have money for drugs. A.k.a. Aruba Ray. Mike, I don't know. Have you guys ever met?
No, I've heard all about Ray, but I haven't met him. Pleasure to meet you, buddy.
Nice to meet you too, man. Great to meet you. I got the name Aruba Ray when I started going to Aruba a lot, and then I opened up the comedy club called the Aruba Ray's Comedy Club.
Now, why did you start going to Aruba a lot? Like, from where? Where are you from?
I lived in New York for a long time. I grew up in Boston, but I kind of went there by accident. There was a woman that used to come to shows in New York, and then she started coming to shows in like Long Island, Connecticut, Westchester, whatever, Jersey. It started getting weird. And one day she said to me, she goes, "I have a condo in Aruba. Do you want to go?" And I was like, "No." I mean, that was bizarre. And then another year went by, and I realized she was just this really nice person, and I was burnt out. I've been working on stuff. So this is February of 2012. I went down there. I went down for the week. Totally platonic, separate bedrooms. Had an amazing time. And I kept going every month for a year. I went 8 days a month for about a year just to go. And it was awesome. I mean, Robert's been going for a very long time. And, the people are super friendly. The restaurants are great. The beaches are some of the best in the world. You can drink water from the tap. They speak English, all that easy. It just makes it very easy to go.
And the weather is always good, right? The weather is always warm.
Amazing. All year round.
Always.
80,
always breezy.
85. Yeah.
It's got a breeze going on. You got to be a little careful, because when it's hot out, there's this beautiful breeze coming across. You don't get hot like in Miami or Florida where you're just dying. it's like it's always like there's a fan on you all the time.
Oh,
Yeah.
So
Deceptive.
I've been going there. I don't know. I gotta find out. I forget why we went to Aruba, because we went to fucking Atlantis horse shit, garbage. Just Atlantis is shit. I remember the place closed down outside at like 8:00, so there was nothing. And then you had to go down to the village or whatever, and you felt like you were going to be robbed, you know. And then you're on the beach, and there's people coming on. Hey, pretty lady, you want your hair? And it's like, no. It's like fucking, you know what?
Last
fuck?
time
Leave
we
me
were in
alone.
the Bahamas, some ladies were braiding my daughter's hair, and they also had a tent that said massage. And while they were braiding my daughter's hair, the lady was like, massage? And I was like, I got the kid with me, but I have a feeling I would have got jerked off for sure.
Jerked out on the
Maybe they
beach.
would have fucking braided your pubes.
Maybe.
It's just a taxing thing. And I remember, I don't know why we went to Aruba the first time, but we went and I was like, I remember I went up to the Cop at this nightclub downtown by the Renaissance. We stayed at the Renaissance first, and had a had a private island. So you had to wake up, go on this boat ride to these private islands, which seems like a pain in the ass, but I actually liked it because there's just you and people from your hotel, no riffraff, right? And I remember we were out late at night, and there was a discotheque, and Dawn wanted to go dancing. Ugh, fucking.
Same Don that you're married to?
Yep. And I was like, all right, let's go dancing. And we went, and it was all local, like local people and us. And I talked to the cop. I goes, it's safe. He goes, my friend, 2% crime rate in Aruba. Nothing happens here.
Nothing.
You're fine everywhere on the island. I wish it was a little worse, because then I could have something to do. But
Now I feel like we can go to Aruba and take over.
It could happen. You two guys could take over. You got the muscle.
All right.
You know what I found amazing is that Robert, because we've obviously swam together many times. Robert, you're very nimble in the water. It's remarkable.
Yeah.
We were snorkeling, and you went under big boats. Deep and back up, and you're.
Yeah, I'm fucking part manatee, right? I mean, look at me.
I was holding off saying it so bad. I was waiting for you to say it.
Yeah, I was meant to be in the ocean.
You look like an unshelled turtle.
I basically I set up the club down there April of 2013 just so I could spend more time in Aruba. So that was the reason.
No, well, hold on. You say you set up a club, so is it in an existing building, like in a hotel?
Yeah, I used to rent a space in the Westin Hotel, and I was there for a year, and then that place was sold, and then I moved it to a Marriott for 5.5 years, and then now I'm in a very large space inside the Holiday Inn, which is a phenomenal location. And what's great about it is that we're going to reopen December 1st, and the room is so big that we can socially distance people. So that's the plan. I'm hoping there'll be enough tourists down there to justify opening December 1st. That's
what's going on is
you're coming down in February when your kid's on vacation.
Yes, February vacation. Yes, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Well, let me explain a little something to you, Calta. When you go to the island, first of all, it's starting to get congested. It sucks that people are starting to figure out that Aruba, it's cheap. It's great people. It's East Coast, New York, Boston, and then some Dutch people. You know what I mean? It's mainly just what you know. And it's starting to get a little heavy. When we first went there, you got out of the airport, you just jumped in a cab. There was nobody there. You went down, but they have the downtown, which used to be the poppin' place. The Renaissance was the king over there. They have two of them. In the mall, and then there was an Ocean Suites. Then they have the low rises, which was when Aruba was popping back in the day. They had all these low rise hotels, 2-story, the Tamarind, blah, 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 and the Divi. And then when it came up again, they have the high rises. That's where the Holiday Inn is, the Westin was, the Marriott's, and those are regular, nice, big fucking hotels on the beach. One side of the island is all hotels. The other side is all desert. ruins and all kinds of awesome shit. And the other side's really windy and the waves are crashy. The other side is just this beautiful ocean that you can jump in. It's like it's just gorgeous. It's awesome. No sharks, no nothing. So we've actually worked our way all the way up to the high rises. I never would stay in the high rises, but Ray was like, listen, I got this thing, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, listen, I love Aruba. I fucking love Aruba as much as you love Aruba. And he was like, well, I got this thing if you want. And I went, my thing was I went away. I never went. When I went to Aruba, I didn't do comedy. Yeah. I knew there was a comedy club somewhere before Ray. And I was like, I didn't even fucking want to look at that shit. And then I was a little like, fuck, am I fucking up my Aruba thing? And I went, and the setup is so fucking brilliant. And they take such great care of you. It's like you're doing a half hour a night. There's no pressure. The crowds are amazing. I literally like walk from here to my fucking house here, and you're in the showroom. Like he makes sure that you get these great rooms, and you're walking down the hall pretty much to your room, to your show. You pop on, you do a show, everybody, and then you'll hang out. The kid and the wife are usually asleep. I'll smoke a bat. Me and Ray will go. Ray will take you to some fucking local truck where you'd drive by a million times. I'm fucking eating there. And then you eat there and you're like, this is the best ceviche I've ever had in my life. And it's just this amazing. I would love to be there all the time. I really would.
You know, it's interesting. When I moved to the Holiday Inn, I didn't know exactly what to expect, because when you hear Holiday Inn, you're like, nah, whatever, it's going to be okay. Truthfully, it's probably the nicest Holiday Inn on earth because it's on the beach. It's actually a really nice property. It's really good, and they just opened up a piano bar inside there because there's not much to do at night in Aruba. There's casinos and restaurants, but so you can go to the comedy show, check out the piano bar, and then it's great. So the goal is to be there all of the December, January, February, March. Just stay there through the winter. But,
dude, it is. So, Calta, when we go down for February vacation, you should just come.
Yeah, you always talk about it. I'll come down there. I think.
How many kids do you have, Mike?
2. I have a 7-year-old and a 14-year-old.
Oh, they both. I mean, if you bring, it's one of those places where you can bring your family or just go alone. Well, either way, you'll have a great time.
Yeah.
If you go alone, they have a red light district. You don't want to do that.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a Dutch-owned island. I mean, the Dutch are gonna put their crazy shit somewhere. You know what I mean?
Supposedly, I was told that during the pandemic, because I was down there in July and August, and there was the island was empty. I mean, because they just reopened July 10th, so I had the beach to myself, the pool to myself, the gym to myself, everything, and I was there for about 9 weeks, and it was amazing from like enjoying the stuff level. I felt economically it's horrible, of course, but you were seeing like turtles everywhere, and it was great. It was just like all the sea life you don't usually see when people are there. It was great. But apparently someone told me that they told the prostitutes, supposedly the government said to them, you got to wear a mask and you can only do it doggy style. That's what I was told they said.
That's what I told my wife. Same thing.
Wear a mask. It's not my cup of tea. I'm not a hooker guy. However, it's legal, and if that's your thing, God bless.
Yeah, you're not a hooker guy, but you're definitely a pimp. Every time I go there, he's had some really, girlfriends over the years. You know, very like, oh my God, you know.
Oh, women I've dated, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I thought you meant women who were on the clock. No.
I've never. Yeah, there was one place where Ray was like, dude, I got this massage place. It's off the beaten path. I was like, oh, this guy's great. He's selling it in front of my wife. She's like, yeah, you can go. And I'm like, this guy, I'm going to go get fucking cranked out in a desert hut in the middle of fucking nowhere. And I showed up. It was one of the best massages ever, but it was nothing. She wanted nothing to do with my penis.
No.
Yeah. I'm on the up and up, Bob. Come on.
You have to kick any money back to the government?
The taxes are brutal.
Yeah, just taxes.
Yeah, taxes. Yeah, it's.
Oh, they are brutal, huh?
Brutal. And
right?
now,
like, no guy comes by and he's like, American, time to pay, and you have to give him like a stack of cash.
So far, that hasn't happened yet. You know, I was shaken down by an iguana. At one point, but it's it's just great, man. It's really great. So but since the last time we did shows there was back in February, right before everything happened. So hopefully there'll be enough people there to start up. I've been doing a lot of online shows. Have you guys been doing a lot of, other than this, have you been doing online stuff?
No.
None?
No, I do this. I went right to my shed. Me and Mike started doing this, and we just been doing this pretty much. I do the YKWd, but I do this 5 days a week.
That's right. I asked you about doing one of these online shows, and you said you had your podcast.
I can't do it because I just don't think I would fly on an internet comedy show. You know what I mean?
How do you feel about like not getting or do you get immediate response from the audience? Like that would throw me off so bad.
You have to really look at the webcams and really see people laughing, because the audio, if you have 100 people on a thing, you're only unmuting maybe 10 of them.
Right.
So you're not going to hear everybody. We really have to look at it. It's definitely harder than doing a regular show, but just to keep busy, something to do, make a little bit of money. You know, I started a thing called Comedy Cloud. If anyone's watching, comedycloud.co, and we do shows for companies. We do like private events virtual events for different companies, and it's gone really well. It's great. I mean, it's a great alternative to not having something, but it's very different from a regular live show. However, they've been amazing, and the people love it. Like when you interact with people who are watching the show, they love it. I mean, because they're sitting in front of their computer all day on Zoom, and they hate it. You know, they're sick of Zoom. So this is the most fun you can have on Zoom. So
yeah, but you have to be clean. You have to be clean.
Yeah, you should be. Yeah, clean, no politics, no race. You know, it's a corporate event basically.
Bobby, what we should do is we should do a ladybug trip to Aruba.
Oh,
like, when are you performing there? February?
Well, February vacation.
We have what we call our podcast listeners ladybug.
Who's that?
What's up, Max?
Oh, it's Ray.
It's Ray.
Hi, buddy.
Are you in earpods?
Yeah, I gotta. No. Don't pull them out. They're fitted in my ear. They're fitted in my ear. All right, listen. Just say goodbye. They're fitted in my Maximus. Just and Dawn.
Hey guys.
What's up,
buddy?
pal?
What's up?
How you been?
Hi, Mike. See you in
How are you?
Tennessee.
Can't wait, pal.
Yeah.
Oh, Ray, you want to tell him?
All right.
Oh,
He doesn't know.
Max, how do you feel about Aruba February 10th?
Oh yeah, I feel that.
How many times have you asked to go to Aruba this year?
Like 700 times at least.
Yes.
Because I'm waiting to go right now.
Yeah, let me see. I'll go. Your mom's calling you. Say goodbye.
We'll give you that room right near the pool.
Max said, "Oh yeah, I'm feeling it."
All right, listen. Dawn!
You got to give this kid a good beating so that he understands when you say no, the answer is no.
Come on, give me that.
Wait till Uncle Mike sees you in Tennessee. Straighten this shit out today.
Don't use that word.
What did he say?
Okay.
Which word?
He's touching her. He goes, she's going to be pissed.
That's the word you don't let him use?
No, I'm not going to. He's not supposed to use that either.
My daughter called somebody a motherfucker yesterday.
Yeah, because your daughter has not a father who can control her.
Oh, I can
with those
control her.
words.
I taught her very well. That guy was a motherfucker.
That doesn't matter. I don't want him swearing. Okay, that's it.
I think you're missing out.
I'm not missing out. When he's a little older, maybe he'll let some fly.
How old is he?
7. I don't listen. I don't care. Okay,
You
he's the same age as your daughter for the
you're-
50th time.
They're so different. I don't understand.
How are they
possible.
different?
They just because my daughter knows how to properly use the word motherfucker or 2 words motherfucker put together.
Yeah, my kid will go to school and the kid will push him and go motherfucker.
The kid will push him and he'll go, listen, motherfucker.
Yeah, I
Powers
don't
in the
want
words.
that.
I
Yeah,
do.
I don't
I'm gonna
want
teach
that.
him. I'm gonna teach him everything when
We're
we're going to Tennessee together for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, deal with
End of that
fucking
week.
Dawn. Deal with
End of that
Dawn.
week. End of that
Listen,
week. That kid's
Dawn
gonna
has
be
literally
sharp.
said, literally at a party, go get our stuff. We're out. Okay. She's done it at my mother's house. We're leaving. I was like, okay, we're leaving.
Me
Let's
and
pack
Dawn
our
are
shit.
like
We go.
this. Mr. and Mrs. Roper. We're like this.
When I hear these stories, I really feel like I'm missing out not having kids.
How old are you?
Fun. What's that? Same as
How
Bob.
old are
50.
50?
50?
No.
What was your-
I'm 47. I thought you were 40.
47.
Oh.
I look.
But you got
47.
time. You got time, Ray. You can still squeeze one out if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Who was that actor who did that? Who had a kid at like 80? Was it whoever played Zorba the Greek?
Anthony Quinn.
Anthony Quinn. Yeah.
And Mick Jagger's got a little kid. All the Rolling Stones got little babies. You'll like it. Get one of those Aruba chicks to squeeze one out for you and then disappear. And then you could just have you and that little baby.
That's what Dan Natterman, Dan Natterman always says that to me. He says, "You're Aruba Ray. If you truly want to be Aruba Ray, you need to have a little Papiamento baby with a local."
Yeah, it's true. That was the weirdest thing. When first time I went down there with Ray, Max was, I don't know, fucking 2. I don't know. Max has been going to Aruba his whole life.
Yeah. He loves it.
He's just, it's his, he loves it. That's all he talks. When are we going back? When are we going back? And he's like, can you call Ray and just find out what's happening? I was like, I know what's happening. But then he goes, he was at the pool with Dan Adam. And Dan goes, Bob, your boy's got a nice torso. I was like, what the fuck? I was like,
that's
dude.
where you're going to go, listen, motherfucker, quit looking at my torso.
Yeah. But he didn't. It's just like, why? You can't say that about a 2-year-old. You can't say, you know what I mean? You can say that if he was 27, you can say that.
Right.
What does that even mean? Hannibal Lecter has never even said that.
It was fucking weird. But now here's the thing, Ray. I remember the last time you were on my podcast in the studio, you got into a fucking massive fight with James. What's his name?
Smith
from Australia. James Smith.
Yeah.
So James Smith. So Ray comes on. I'm telling you, he's got his hair in a ponytail. It's kind of highlighted from the sun.
Yeah.
He comes in. He's like, "Hey man, what's going on? Yeah, I love Aruba. I love Aruba. Just had the show there." And then James Smith is like, "There's I don't know that dumb accent. There's something up. I don't know his stupid accent. I think he's scamming people." And Ray's like, "What?
Why?"
And he was like, "I don't know. It just doesn't add up.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense."
Yeah, that's what he kept saying. It doesn't make sense. And Ray was like, by the end of the podcast, Ray was fucking hair out, fucking, you don't make sense. You're a fucking what I have, just snapping. And I was just like, fucking, this is awesome. This is the fucking best. It
was really he hated that I told him I go to Aruba, 8-9 days a month for whatever every month, and he just couldn't wrap his head around that. I'm like,
the money. That's the money because it costs money to go there. And he's probably looking at his own finances going, I couldn't afford to go just quit comedy for 8 or 9 months.
Right.
And do it down there and then do a show down there.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. Somehow you pulled. Now listen, I'm going to say this. The thing with that, what happened to Mike?
Where'd Mike go?
Mike.
Maybe his internet went out.
He probably he exited the room by accident. So, he's back.
There we go.
I was trying to share the screen a picture of James Smith and I booted myself out.
Mike, just tell Mush to get it. He can get it.
Welcome back.
Hi, buddy. So Mike's tired today, I can tell.
No, I just have butthole eyes today. It's all this fucking light you made me put in here. I was fine when it was dark. I looked a lot better.
So
my shoulders are sore from you made me work out yesterday.
How was that workout?
I mean, it's good now that it's over. It was good. I mean, it wasn't bad doing it. It was good.
You got to do next week. Try.
You're very motivational.
Yeah, good.
Did Bob get you on the Whole30?
No, I'm not into that fucking foolish potato eating diet.
Listen, wait a second now, because Ray, the last time I was in Aruba, now I was my biggest, 335. I'm in Aruba. I remember we rented the 4-wheeler and my stomach, I couldn't turn the wheel at some turns because my stomach was in the way.
No wonder you swam so well. You look like a seal. Come on, I had to get one in.
There he is, James Smith.
Thanks for breaking that up, Mush. I was about to get yelled at.
He does. Look, I like James Smith, man, but he is a cunt. He's a fucking cunt.
What do you think that was about, man? What was he so?
It was about triggering you, dude. It was all about fucking getting you to snap. You came in Aruba Ray. He knew Ray Ellin. You came in, this new guy with your hair highlighted and fucking, you were like, yeah, man, Aruba, dude. And he was like, it doesn't make sense. And you fucking.
I was very zen.
He tapped into your fucking New York fucking hatred within 20 minutes. Yeah, fuck you, screaming. Oh, we should find that podcast.
Do you smoke weed, Ray?
No, I a long time ago I did. I haven't really smoked in a long time.
Is that big down there?
Not really. Drugs isn't that you could find them, but like anywhere, but it's not really huge down there. It's actually I don't think it's legal. But you could find pot pretty.
I was just wondering if that was added to the chill.
Oh,
no!
I gotta tell you, it's just the sun, sand, and sea. It's all you need. All you need.
So when I was there last time, he's always trying to get me to eat this fucking acai bowl for 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
Acai, Robbie, you got to go down and get the acai. And I'd be like, I'm not eating whatever horse shit you're trying to get me to go eat. And then I went and did it 2 years ago. I fucking can't stop eating this shit. It's the best thing I've ever eaten.
It's delicious.
It's great. There's a place called Eduardo's Beach Shack. It's on the beach, and it's amazing. And I kept telling Bobby, you gotta try. He's like, dude, I don't like the way you say acai. I'm not having it. No. And then finally, Lenny Clark came down, and he had it. When I had Lenny Clark with Tony V, we did the show, and Lenny had it. He loved it. And Lenny said to him, Bob, you gotta try it. It's amazing. And so we go to Eduardo's, and Robert takes a bite, and oh my God, I owe you an apology. First thing he said.
It was the best thing I've ever had. We literally try to go every day. And last time I went, I'm fucking huge. I mean, I'm a fucking 2-ton Tessie. I'm feeling it though. I couldn't walk right. Things I couldn't do. We were snorkeling. I was like, fuck. And I saw him and Tony V, and they were doing this. They were eating, but they were eating a lot. They were eating like good stuff, but they were eating like I can eat all that. And then they told me about the Whole30. Both of them, for like 1 or 2 days, just laid into me on this whole thing. And Ray stayed on me. Like, dude, you got to do it. You got to do it. And he started just telling me and when he said, you can have potatoes. I go, wait a minute. You can have a baked potato? He goes, you can have baked potato? You can have breakfast potatoes? You can have potato. Just cook it with oil. No butter, no sour cream, none of that bullshit, but you can have it. I was like, I'm in.
Got an air fryer.
I got an air fryer. I got a fucking eating baked potatoes. 40 pounds. What? I was 335. I'm 289 or some shit now.
Wow, that's amazing.
So it's fucking. It was a life changer.
Tony V lost about 70. I lost 33. Tony V lost 70, 75. He was a big guy, and that's great.
I have potatoes today. I had little breakfast potatoes with sausages and eggs.
You're my little breakfast potato.
Dude, it's fucking the best.
You guys should it should be the name of the show, Sausage and Eggs.
It's called Calta and Kelly, almost 1,000 pounds of funny.
We're working out now, so
yeah, we are. He's losing weight too. We both lost weight. He lost 50 pounds.
You guys have stuff in your house? Do you have like equipment and stuff at home?
I do. Bob has a treadmill and a rubber band.
Yep.
Does it work?
30 day.
Is it good?
I do 30-day less titty challenge right now, where I go on 5 days a week at 11 a.m. on Instagram Live, and I do a workout, 1 or 2 muscle groups a workout for 25 minutes a pop with a resistant band or a dumbbell. And I feel great. Look at that.
Wow, good for you.
Man, it's coming back.
It is coming back. You do look. Your body is shifting into muscular, Bobby. It is. It's doing this.
I know. Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, baby.
Don't shut up, Blue. I'm working out more than one time. I just worked out one time with Bobby. I also just came from Olive Garden, a place I haven't eaten in 2 years, and ate like 16 fucking breadsticks because I'm off my diet this week.
Why are you off your diet this week?
Because my dad's party was on Saturday, and I went off the deep end, and I'm like, look, I need to get this shit out of my system, and then I'm going to get back on it. No, it is. Because how long was I on my diet with no cheating?
That's not how. You're not on a diet. You're changing the way you eat.
No.
We made a deal till Thanksgiving.
I know, but I went longer than you did. I've been going since fucking April of this year.
You did not go longer than me. I went on the diet way before you.
You lost your whole 30, and then you were like, then I had cake, and then I went out and they did this, and I had a barbecue, so I ate steak tips and fucking ribs and blah blah blah, and then you got back on it.
Dude, I was on the whole 30
fucking through.
I was on the whole 30 in December. Okay, I was on it. I've been on this way longer than you, and my cheat didn't last. I'm not taking. I never said I'm taking a cheat week.
I did.
Who takes a cheat week?
In order to have mental sanity, I need to have a fucking cheat week and eat all the stuff I've missed for the last 6 months. And then once it's out of my system by Wednesday, I'll be back on track.
That's not a week, by the way. That's only 4 days.
When you wake up in the morning and the first thing you think of is a fucking Olive Garden breadstick that you've never really wanted before in your life, you better go eat that fucking breadstick. Dip that shit in fettuccine.
You have the same symptoms of somebody who's starving out in like a fucking the woods somewhere.
I am like a heroin addict that every once in a while I just give me a little taste. Just a little taste. And then I'll go back.
I mean, all right, fine. Just come back.
I'm back. Look, that's a good thing is I'm mentally into it. I just had to get a little shit out of the way. I was really missing a lot of things. I had a little taste of each. Now I'm fucking sick of it. It's making my body feel terrible. I shit 3 times today, and it wasn't even good. It was all mud shits. So now I know that later this week I got to get back in action.
A fucking mud shit.
2 mud shits. And one of them was in the showroom of the kitchen place that I was at today.
Were you at a kitchen place?
I was buying appliances for my kitchen. And in the middle of this sales spiel, I was like, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. And I went there, and thank you, they had a candle and spray. I was like, oh, this is nice. Sat in there for a little while. There's nobody else in there. And then I bought a fucking $9,000 oven.
A $9,000 oven?
I don't want to talk about.
Why would you?
The oven.
Your oven is fine.
I didn't know an oven could cost that much.
Oh, that was on the cheap end. I bought a refrigerator, an oven, a mini refrigerator, cooling drawers, and something else. It's insane.
Does she cook every day?
Who?
Your wife.
No.
Why would you buy a $9,000 chef oven? Let me finish.
I'm cooking. I'm the cook.
You cook every day.
Pretty much. She's the shittiest cook ever. I bought a new microwave.
What? Your microwave is fine.
It's not fine.
How much was the new microwave?
It was like $2,000.
A $2,000 microwave?
Hold on.
What is it made of gold?
Hold on, I'll pull it up.
$2,000 microwave?
Listen, we have very high taste over here.
Chris just said, why don't you just buy a restaurant?
I would if I could. Yeah, you want to see the fridge I bought? I'll show you. Hold on, I gotta figure out how to do this without hanging up on myself.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't boot yourself out of the room.
Share the fridge.
Dude, a $9,000 oven. Jesus, mother of Joseph. Can I have your old one?
Yeah, for $2,000.
What are you going to do with all the old brand new equipment you have?
I don't have brand new equipment. That's the thing. I moved in here and the stuff was old and it's working, but I'm having custom cabinets.
That lamp behind fucking Ray is old. Your shit wasn't old, you shithead.
That lamp is haunted.
That lamp wasn't even a lamp. It was a candelabra that you had to put candles in. And then my dad electrified it, made it into a lamp.
Oh, okay. That's pretty nice. What the fuck, dude? What are you doing? Are you opening your house up to homeless people? You going to do a shelter?
I might.
Is that a freezer or a fridge?
Left side's a freezer, right side's a fridge.
Wow.
And you have another freezer in the garage, right?
I have 2 freezers in the garage for freezer meat, for storage for the apocalypse.
Freezer meat.
Do you go hunting a lot? Like where
Not a lot, but I bought it because Ray, I bought a cow last year.
Yeah.
I bought a cow. The cow was
Wait a minute.
slaughtered.
You are a cow.
That's all that's left. And I needed to buy the freezer in order to put all the steaks inside of it. And then when the pandemic hit, I stocked that freezer up. I went out and bought just steaks and chicken and all that and froze it in the thing just in case.
Who buys a fucking cow, Ray? A whole cow.
That amazes me. Did you buy the cow for I was going to say, did you buy the cow for the eggs? But clearly not. I mean, that doesn't make sense. What? You bought it? Where do you keep a cow?
I didn't have it while it was alive. Some guy I know owns a goat
in front
farm.
of his webcam.
Some guy I know owns a goat farm where you can go do yoga with the goats. And for tax reasons, he also has to have a couple of cows on there so they could say like you're also a dairy farm.
Oh yeah.
And then every once in a while the cows get too big and he's like, all right, just get that one out of there. So when I was there, he was like, hey, that cow's going if you know anybody that wants to buy it. So I bought it. And then he sends it off to the slaughterhouse. They kill it and cut it up. And then I sent my dad over there with a truck to pick up all the meat.
How much does that cost to buy a cow, have them cut it up?
And that was like $3,000. And
how much meat do you get from that?
I have a whole freezer full. I mean, I got steaks I've never even seen yet. I got ribeyes. You get a shit ton of chopped meat.
And he still goes and fucking spends $300 on a brisket from Chattanooga, wherever the fuck.
No, it's from Texas, not Chattanooga.
How long does frozen meat last? How long can you freeze it for?
So the steaks say you should only keep it for a year. And we went through all the good ones. There's some chopped meat and stuff in there that I probably would once I get to it, I'm going to throw it out because it's buried at the bottom. But you know, I live in Tampa, so I have hurricanes to deal with. I've got
alligators, you have
race
swamp
wars.
Rats. Yes, race wars.
You never know when
the Ku Klux Klan. Don't forget the Klan.
Yeah,
I didn't realize you were down in Florida. So actually, you know what? If you could stock up like that and you're good for several pandemics, it's not bad.
Fat JC wants to know what the cow's name is, and then Greg said, "I think it's delicious."
It is now.
Hey, were you a Bucks fan for a long time?
Through the shitty years, yes.
Yeah. So how psyched are you now they have Brady?
So psyched. I'm even happier that Brady and Gronk came from the Patriots. Yeah. So I could talk to Bobby every Monday about how great Tom Brady is. He's so mad.
Yeah, it's kind of. I thought they screwed him over. I mean, they didn't. If they gave him, like Tampa, who's the receiver? Mike
Evans.
Yeah, if they gave him a guy like Mike Evans, if they gave him some weapons, well, they had Antonio Brown. That just didn't work out.
Right, they had Antonio Brown. They had Randy Moss. They gave him some. It was time for him to go, but also to prove to the world that he is the fucking greatest player of all time. He sits in that pocket. I went to the game this Sunday. I've never seen anybody just sit there more comfortable in that pocket while fucking 300-pound black dudes are running at him trying to kill him. And he's just like, boop, boop, touchdown.
Well, you know the thing that's interesting is if you look at all the quarterbacks that have won Super Bowls, it's very rare that a team that wins a Super Bowl, the quarterback is not a guy who's always like, I don't know what you call it when someone celebrating after every touchdown, doing like a stupid
like a showboater.
Yes, exactly. None of those guys were. Manning wasn't, Brady wasn't, Breeze isn't, Roethlisberger isn't. You go all the way back to Doug, what's his name from the Redskins? Doug Williams. None of those guys did any of that shit. It's just about win.
Name the ones who are.
Who does that? Cam does it.
Cam does it.
He hasn't won the Super Bowl yet. Apparently he's like a total team player and he gets along well with Belichick, but I hate seeing celebrate after you win the Super Bowl. That's
right. But Aaron Rodgers threw a touchdown on Sunday, went into the end zone and did this fucking thing where he was thrusting his cock in the air. It was from a Key and Peele skit, but he was celebrating, and then fucking Brady threw 4 touchdowns in his face. So you got to really feel like a dick after you were doing that after your first touchdown.
Yeah, well, we know. We both know. We're both Pats fans.
I invite you to us. Enjoy the success.
Stop talking to us like we don't know fucking Brady.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Listen, you should ask us about him. We know. We have fucking 9 Super Bowls, 6 wins. We know Brady. Yeah. All right. Yeah, it's like you're telling me how my ex-wife fucking bangs. I know.
It's like asking a guy who used to date a supermodel. What was it like?
Listen, we know how Brady. Stop talking to us like Brady just came out of fucking college and he's on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Listen, I have
his
never
legacy
looked at that side of the field when I was a Bucs fan. It's always about the defense. We've never had anybody to look at that on the offense. We had one good guy and he started throwing the ball to the other team.
Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. Can I be honest with you? I watched the Tampa game.
Of course you did.
Fuck off. That's your problem.
No,
That's your
no,
problem.
it was the game of the week. It was the Fox game of the week. I mean, of course you did. Everybody was watching it. It's a
this is your problem too, is that you say something fucked up. You're like my wife. You say something digging and then you back off. No. I didn't. Yeah. La, 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 la.
That wasn't a dig. I was saying that, yes, everybody, you got two of the greatest playing the game going against head to head.
You make the call on that. Did he say it, Dickie, and then pull back when he triggered me?
A little bit.
Thank you.
I'll give him that a little bit.
Ray, I want to talk to you about this, Ray.
Yeah.
I was because I follow you on Facebook and all that. Last week you went to this fucking craziness with Danny LaBelle.
Oh my God.
What the fuck was that?
I don't.
I know Danny. I like Danny.
Yeah. I did too. I thought we were friends. I've given him a lot of work over the years. He used to write for this show I used to do online. It was bizarre. So he was posting political stuff, and that I wasn't necessarily agreeing with, and I would just post comments. My comments were always kind of joking, with a smiley emoji. And one day he just posted this thing that it was like a Photoshop picture of me, like with a Trump thing on and whatever. And it was just this whole contentious thing. And he's like, yeah, this is gonna fuck up your career, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you're posting, it doesn't even make sense. It's like, it's libelous. I said it's libelous. It's not even true. This is weird. And we spoke on the phone. Basically, he thought I was not being a good friend from the comments I wrote. I felt like these are stupid little dumb Facebook comments that you could delete, right? And we apologized to each other and he took it all down. But it was very strange. I felt bad.
Saying that it was very fucked up because you'd be like, listen, I read the thing and it was like, hey man, this is pretty crazy in these times to be saying. He's like, listen, it's okay if you're a Trump supporter. You voted for Trump. I won't hate you. Right. Other people might not like you in the business.
Right.
And it was like,
what the fuck? And it's
you were like, you were serious. There's nothing more fucked up when somebody is being passive aggressive and the other person's like, no, dude, I'm talking to you. And it progressed where it was like, no, dude, seriously. Hey man, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Knock it the fuck off. And he kept doubling down. No, dude, it's cool that you voted for Trump. It was kind of like, motherfucker.
And the reason I wanted to jump in, I got an email from other comics. A couple other comics sent me that said, hey, dude, have you seen this on Facebook? That's how I found out about it. And then when I saw the first two comments that were sort of shitting on me, I'm like, yeah, let's nip this in the bud right now. That's just enough. Especially now with everyone is so fucking contentious when it comes to this election. I don't want to. I stopped posting anything political because there's no point. You're going to piss everybody off.
Can I show you what I posted today that got me mad?
Yes.
I've been getting comments all day from cunty Karens.
Don't kick yourself out of the room.
Nope. I figured out how to do it now, I think.
I mean, it's really something, man. People flip out.
Smile if you canceled each other's post. That's
makes no sense. We wasted a fucking trip to the. We should have just stayed home and cancel each other out.
Wow. On the last election, my whole family was completely split on it. I have siblings, sisters who voted for Clinton, sisters who voted for Trump. I mean, the whole thing is divisive, and it is what it is.
My family is too. I have a couple people in my family are conservative and the rest are Democrats. And it doesn't affect it in the group, but individually, when you're hanging out, it comes out. And you're like, who gives a fuck?
The whole thing sucks. Both sides, it all sucks. So, and that's.
But I can't. What bothers me, Ray and Bobby, is that when people want to argue, but they don't know what the fuck they're arguing about. Like, I find myself defending Trump more because people are stupid than the fact that I really want to defend Trump. But I can't let your argument with no merit just fly by my fucking face, and that annoys me. My wife and I almost got into it on my way here. She was like, he just is all about hatred. I go, cool. Tell me something he said that was about hatred. Tell me why you think that, or have you been fucking brainwashed to believe that? Because nobody can ever pull specific examples of things out. Somebody the other day got in my face and they were like, he was terrible with COVID. He had no plan. At least Biden's got a plan. I'm like, what the fuck is Biden's plan? So everybody sent me the link to Biden's website. It's just a bunch of bullshit. I'm thinking, yes, we would wear masks and social distance. It's the same fucking thing we're doing now. You have no idea what to do. You wouldn't have known what to do with a fucking pandemic that you've never seen before. It's ridiculous.
The only thing is that I was talking to Noam about it, the owner of the cellar. And he was a very conservative guy. And he pointed out, it's like, that Trump, can't handle a pandemic or a war. And I think more than anything, like you look at de Blasio, who I am not a fan of, right? And
No.
Very liberal.
He's awful.
And then I look at Trump, and what's interesting is both of them, what they have in common is that I don't think they make people feel calm or comfortable when they're speaking. And I think as being a leader, I think you need to do that for people. One thing about Cuomo, when he would get up, when he would give his daily briefings, it made you feel whatever this or that happened, at least you had the sense like someone's in charge or someone who's reasonable. And with Trump, it's so divisive and it's so ugly. And de Blasio is a nightmare. So,
but it's the same way with de Blasio. Is what happens is people say when they're on one side so strongly, they go, well, Trump is divisive. Well, what the fuck do you think de Blasio is doing? He's divisive too. There's half the people love him, half the people hate him. There's people that evidently love him. He's on his second term. You know what I mean? So, but nobody ever says their guy is divisive. They always say the other guy is. I get it with Trump. He's not a people person. He's not empathetic to anybody. And he's not a good leader. When Rudy Giuliani got up there after 9/11, that was a leader. That's what you want. You wish a guy like that could be president. But that's fake too. You don't. That's rah Reagan. I was an actor bullshit. What you want is a guy that is not afraid to tell other countries to go fuck themselves and stop supporting everybody and bring it back home so that we could take care of our people a little bit. That's the only reason why I like him better than.
Did you see the UFC fighter?
Yeah.
Masvidal. What's his name? Masvidal. Yeah, he had. I mean, it was a fucking mic drop. He said, "Listen," he goes, "We had the best economy before COVID. Everything was going great. We had a president that was fucking winning a Super Bowl, right?" He goes, "Or you're gonna fucking hire somebody who's been in the game for 40 years and never won a fucking game."
That's
and
true.
It's true. The Democrats fucked up with who they picked. I feel like if they
what was a better
somebody,
choice though?
I think Bloomberg was a good choice.
Bloomberg hurt himself. Bloomberg would have been a great choice because you had another guy who was a billionaire, a better billionaire, a much smarter guy, and a guy who went into New York City in its worst time and fucking fixed it up. So he's a guy who could never do it, but he couldn't be personable enough to win people over. And he allowed Trump to get in his fucking head with him being short thing and he lost. Yeah,
but they took him out with the fucking when he was talking about women.
Let him have it. Yeah.
Yeah, he was talking about the women.
What's interesting is I know 3 women that have worked for Bloomberg for many years, and they all have nothing but amazing things to say about him. This one woman worked for 30 years. And nothing. Look, everybody is flawed. Every human, every politician, everybody, and it is a shame because obviously Bloomberg there's some stuff that people don't like about him, but he would have been great, I think, right now in taking care of what's going on.
Yeah. How about though the fucking great story is Jeffrey Toobin? Did you see this?
Oh yeah.
Jeffrey Toobin is a Harvard graduate. He is a contributor to CNN. Like he's on so much, Bobby. If you see him, you'll be like, "Oh, I know that guy." He's on a Zoom call and he's doing a mock coverage for the election. Do you know about this, Bobby?
No,
it's unbelievable.
Jerking off.
He starts fucking jerking off on the Zoom call, and he's like, "Oh, I thought it was off," and he even lowered his shit, dude. I mean, like if you said to me, "Here's name 10 people you never expect." I don't expect that guy to be jerking off, let alone jerking off on a Zoom call.
Yeah,
dude, is that not insane?
He should be president.
And he said
that's who I want as the president.
They went on a break during that Zoom he was on, and I guess he went on to another break, and he didn't realize the camera was still on the first Zoom. So he's like jacking off, and he comes back like nothing happened.
Yeah,
and he had no idea.
See that? Is that available?
It'd be something they recorded.
I bet you it'll be somewhere. Somebody's making cash offers right now.
So if you rub one out while you're on Zoom, I call that as tubing. You're tubing.
You're tubing.
Yeah, you're tubing.
Anybody want to go tubing?
It's a great legacy for your life's work.
Oh, I mean, the guy writes for the New Yorker. He's a contributor to CNN. Now, CNN's let him go. The New Yorker's got to let him go. he's got no. I mean, how do you? In 5 years from now, when you think everybody's going to forget, they're going to be like, "Oh, that guy that was jerking off on Zoom."
Yeah,
what
and
was that?
they shouldn't let him go, because at the end of the day, so he was jerking off and he made a mistake and left his camera on. It'd be one thing if he was deliberately going, "Hey, look at my hog, and here it's going to squirt." That's
he
different.
said at one point he lowered the screen. He lowered his
really?
camera. So we were talking about it today, and we're like, maybe he has that thing where he wants people to watch him jerk off. And I don't know.
Maybe he lowered it, thinking he lowered it. He forgot that
to get it out
you
of
want to
there.
go up, not down when you're jerking off.
Oh, maybe.
He had apologized to his wife and family. Oh,
Chris said we should have a Saturday night tubing party.
Ray's jerking off right now.
Right now, I usually do this on free conference call.
Oh man, that was the best story. When I read that today, I was like, "You'd be fucking kidding me!"
It's unbelievable. It's like what that's October's scandal. You know, it's like every month is something
Every month there's a fucking scandal. It's really crazy.
crazy.
I wonder, but it's like, is he married? Does he have kids?
Yeah, he had apologized
Oh
to him.
shit!
He had apologized to his wife and kids for embarrassing them.
From where? Where did he do that?
I don't know. I guess in a press release, because he's saying I fucked up, I made a mistake. He's not like I didn't happen or anything. He's totally owning it. Which really, as a guy, you gotta go, oh, fuck, who cares?
And it sucks too if his penis isn't fucking a good penis. If it's not a camera ready dick. But if he had a camera ready dick, if his penis was fucking worthy, I wouldn't. It's not too much to fucking fret about, because people are gonna look at it. No, he's got a nice piece. You know
what the fucked up thing is though, is that he's got to be. He's 60 years old. At what point do you stop jerking off?
I don't know.
I
don't know if you do.
You have to. At some point, you got to go, I don't feel like it anymore. Because you did go from like 3 times a day to twice a day to once a day to like every other day as time went on.
Maybe you stop jerking off when nothing comes out.
when you're shooting sand.
Yeah. No, when your dick burps, it just goes and nothing comes out.
Ooh, I think I know why he was jerking off.
Why?
I'll show you in a second. Hold on. Yeah, that's why. Hold on.
I can't wait to see it.
It's pretty legitimate on his side.
Fat JC that OJ Simpson made fun of Toobin?
Yeah.
Did he?
What was that?
I just saw he did a video. I haven't seen it. That's why he's jerking off. Look at his wife, fucking Ronald McDonald.
She's kind of hot.
Yeah, I actually kind of like her.
You guys are ridiculous.
Dude, look at those. Dude, look at her jugs.
She's a fucking joker. Look at her face.
I'm not saying I'm going to kiss her.
Gross. I didn't see the OJ thing, but I just saw it. It's like one of the top trending stories that OJ made some sort of video comment about it.
That's
incredible. Can we play that? We can't play that, right?
Yeah. I mean, he didn't.
Mike, can we play that?
I have it here. It's on OJ's Twitter, Mike.
Damn, Jeffrey Toobin. At least Pee Wee Herman was in an X-rated movie theater. I'm just saying.
Damn, Jeffrey Toobin. At least you didn't kill your wife and her lover.
I love that he pronounced all the syllables in theater.
Jeffrey Toobin made his debut on the OJ trial, covering the OJ trial.
Oh, he did?
Bad shit about OJ, yeah.
Shit. That's the problem, is all this political correct shit, all the stuff that these guys are spewing is going to come back to bite them all in the ass. It's going to come back to bite them all in the ass, because when you start telling people what to say, what they can do, what's bad, what's good, nobody's perfect. Everybody, all the actors are pretending to be perfect. It's like when they get the leaked photos of the starlets and they just, they're blowing and jizzing and showing their tits and opening their butt. It's like, yeah, honey, you're a girl too. You're sending nude photos to the guy you like, and you're acting like you're some type of like you're better than us. Like you don't do this stuff. It's like, fuck off. We all want to see. We all want to jerk off. We're all scumbags. We all do bad shit. We try to hide it so we can be civil. We try to go out in the community and try to keep it, hidden. So not everybody's just cranking it out, or we're all fucking scumbags. But in reality, we're all pieces of shit. Everybody.
Everything's about perception
Except The Rock.
and everything's about perception and presentation, right? I mean, that's really what it boils down to.
Well, you think about what Danny did to you, right? I love Danny, and I'm glad you worked it out with him.
We did.
but
We kissed and made up over the phone.
Here's the thing: is he could have fucking really, if one guy takes offense to something you say and just starts lying on his internet feed, and everybody sees it, and then it goes viral, and all of a sudden you're that guy,
You're
and
fine.
you're done.
Yep.
And you can't take it back. You can't ever go back to all those people. Go, no, it wasn't true. We worked it out. It's like that's the way people perceive you now, or whatever. And
Yeah.
First of all, number one, who gives a fuck who you voted for? How does that define you?
Yeah.
Somehow, if you vote for a certain that's the type of person you are. It's bullshit.
And number two, it's even worse though when it's not true. It's one thing if you did something, you go, yeah, I did that. But when it's made up, that's even worse because then suddenly you look like a liar for saying, no, that's not true. You know, it's a double whammy.
I've had comics say, dude, I love you even though your politics.
Hmm.
It's like, dude, nobody knows my politics. I've never on anything has said I do this or that, or this is who I am, or this is what I've never taken a side. I just don't like hypocrisy, and I don't like people who don't have common sense.
Well, that's why it's great to say you don't like anyone. I don't like either side. They're both ridiculous, but then your bases are covered.
Hey, by the way, I asked my 7-year-old daughter yesterday on a Facebook video who she thought was funnier, you or Bert Kreischer. What do you think she said?
She's got to say me.
She said, Bobby, because Bert's always showing us privates.
I mean, if you ask me, that's funnier.
The way she said it was, she was like, I had to think about for a second. Then she goes, oh, Bobby, because Bert's always showing us privates.
That's funny.
Okay.
Ray, you could come here and fill a void that they're missing in LA. If you squint your eyes, you look a lot like Chris D'Elia.
Oh God.
Grow that neck beard out.
I don't know if that's good or bad. Well, I guess he's good looking.
He's good looking, and they're like, "Hey, what happened to that guy with the long hair and the neck beard? You could be that guy."
I could if I just had a penchant. Well, never mind. Yeah. Are you guys good friends with him?
No.
I never met him. Once briefly at a.
I know. I've always been a fan of his stuff that I've seen on the internet. You know what I mean? I knew him in LA a little bit. I like Chris. He's always been a cool guy. I don't know him like those guys know him. It's really weird how the political correct police, whoever they are, have just taken out. I mean, just wiped out LA comedy, and just was him, bang, bang, and I mean, and of course the COVID. But I mean, LA was killing it.
The whole story. Was he messaging with teenage girls or something, or is that not correct?
It was one girl. And when he found out how old she was, he was like, oh, she was like, hit me up when I'm 18 or whatever, haha. And then he went back when she was 18 and he hit her up again. So they said he was grooming her. It was ridiculous.
No, you're actually doing the right thing. I don't want to.
Yeah.
I find you attractive, but you're too young legally. I'm going to talk to you when you're legal.
Yeah.
What are you supposed to do? So what if he married her? What if he fell in love with her and then married her? It's okay. So then you approve it. So then it's okay.
James Franco was trying to get a 16-year-old girl to come over and meet him in the city. And who else? The fucking Seinfeld dated that girl that was 16. And it didn't matter. He was Seinfeld at the time. So, there's a lot of
that's the shit that bothers me is the hypocrisy and the fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
It's like, just shut the fuck up.
It's pretty bad.
And now we don't get to hear from him. Brian Callen. I don't know what happened to him. We just heard the word rape and then blah, blah, blah. And now we don't know the outcome. We don't know the details. We don't know the nuances.
He's back. He's not hiding. He's out on a lot on social media now. And he's like, fuck this shit. I'm coming back. Okay. It just sucks that he lost his job and all that other stuff.
Yeah, it does blow. Fucking A. And it sucks too, because you're not famous enough when you've actually done some really good Me Too's and nothing happened. All my friends should be gone.
I replayed everything in my life after all this stuff happened. I'm like, just want to make sure, like, did I do anything shitty here? I'm like, no, I think I'm clean.
Dude, every guy did. Every guy in show business went, fuck.
Yeah.
And a lot of us had to go, well, it was a nice run.
I'll tell you what I did do. I went through my Twitter timeline, make sure stuff that you could take out of context. I was like, bloop, take that out of there.
I should probably have somebody do
that. Yeah, it is a shame. It's like that you know, that obviously there's some horrible guys out there doing some really terrible shit, but it's just so many things get taken out of context and no
but it's
process.
It sucks that you can't. I talked about this yesterday. Is you can't. What happened? It just sucks that we used to be able to fuck each other and it was no big deal. You know what I mean? You used to be able to bang and it wasn't a big deal. You know, now, you know, you do the wrong thing or say the wrong thing, or if you're in a position of power or you don't know where they are or you're at in the business, it's like, fuck, you can't just, back in the day, you could just bang and everybody had a good time and you made out and you fucked around and you know, and then, you know, it worked out, it didn't work out, and who cares? Now it's like,
very few comedians. Yeah. And Lynn Koplitz and I had a thing a long time ago for a year. And we didn't tell you about it at the time. What's that? What did you say?
You and Lynn dated?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No.
She talks about it on stage. Like, I was hosting one night at the Cellar and she was on the show and she said to the crowd, you know, hey, I used to fuck the host. And even I was like, what? Like, I thought it's been a secret for 15 years. And
but if you had did that, you'd be in trouble.
Right. That's correct. And
if you ain't give it up for Lynn Koplitz, I used to fuck her all the time for like a year. Good lay. Right. You'd be in trouble.
I'd be in trouble. Yeah. But I didn't mind that she did it, but it was very funny because a couple of waitresses were standing next to me when she said it and they turned, they go, is that true? I'm like, yeah, it's true. Yeah. But I just totally caught me off guard. And then it became like a running thing. She would do it every show. She started.
If you would have said, well, she used to be a lot hotter, then you'd be the dick.
I'd be a terrible guy, you know. I will say, Lynn is hilarious. She's so funny.
Lynn Koplitz. Fucking is hilarious.
Yes, and I think she's one of the funniest comedians, and to me, I think the prettiest comedian ever to do stand-up. What do you think of that? But everybody, you know, whatever. She looked like Tony Woods used to say, because Lynn has a little scar on her chin, and Tony Woods would say, "Damn, you look like gangster Cindy Crawford."
Bring up Lynn. Mush.
I love Lynn. I think she's so funny. She's done so much fun shit on my show. She's a fucking troop. She is a fucking killer, man.
On the Comedy Central show, she was super on it. She was on it all the time. She was great.
Yeah. Well, you don't know that Ray was actually a producer on the live from the
executive
table.
Producer of this week of the Comedy Cellar.
Sorry. I knew I was getting that wrong. I knew it was coming out.
That's okay.
Live from executive review from this week at the Comedy Cellar. Yeah. Do you have a better one?
Look at the way she's dressed and her hair. She looks like she was in fucking performing during Goodfellas when they were at the Copa.
You know she's because I love her too, because me and her both have weight issues and we talk about them. You know what I mean? Look at all the fans she had on stage just to keep her cool.
Oh, I didn't see that. That's funny.
My favorite is that one documentary that you guys were on together. And Lynn, like, it was before I really even knew you. And Lynn's guy, like, you know, it's hard to be the only girl, but not for me. These guys treat me like just one of the guys. Like, they're not all trying to have sex with me. They're all that. And you looked at her and you go, you know, we're all trying to fuck you, right?
Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah.
Thanks to Cindy Crawford.
Yeah, she was a smoke. She still is, but look at that. Jesus, my God.
Listen, all of us get older, and it is what it is for everybody. But she, I mean, that's just a stunning picture.
How was she in bed, right?
We were together for a year, so you know, if I said we were together for a week, then
sure. She'd do everything. She's a trooper. You could say it, right? It's been
we're behind the paywall.
We won't cancel
till tomorrow.
Everything. Everything. It was a lot of fun. It was great. We had a good time. We were both making a lot of money at the time, and we'd like just randomly like, hey, let's go get a hotel room at the Tribeca Grand. Okay, and let's go to that restaurant and do this and that. It was great. It was really fun.
Really?
Yeah, it was great.
And what ended it?
I think we were both just sort of like, a little bit of contentiousness eventually.
You're a contentious guy.
Not over work though. Not over work.
But you are a contentious guy.
Really? You think so?
You listen. Because
I'll stand up for myself. That's what Lynn likes to say. Lynn says, you are the nicest person, Ray, but if someone crosses you, you won't lay back.
Yes, like James Smith. You fucking.
And I was very patient for the first 20 minutes, and then,
He's not even American.
Yeah.
He had it coming.
Well, he got very sick and had to leave the country. He almost died.
Is that why he left?
Yeah, dude, he almost died.
I didn't know that. That's
Ray
terrible.
wished on him.
Yeah.
No voodoo here. That's terrible.
Yeah, he almost died, and then he came back, and I guess he almost died again. He had to go back.
Wow, that sucks.
Yeah.
Do you know that? I don't know the guy, but do you know the Sicilian in me is like, oh, he should have kept his mouth shut.
That is one thing we've learned through this pandemic, that your health is, we've always known this. Your health is the most important thing.
No, money.
You think money's more important than health?
Yeah, when you got a fucking 7-year-old that needs new sneakers and you have 2 gigs in the next till the end of the year. Yeah.
Would you rather have a super healthy life and live to be 85 and you're real health problems, you just die in your sleep, or live to be 60 and you had millions and millions of dollars?
Ooh, that's tough. Because 60 is only 11 years away.
Yeah, you should have picked a different age. Give me at least 15.
You could have 15 more years to live with millions of dollars, or you get 35 more years to live in great health. And you'll die in your sleep.
I take the 35.
I'd take the 35.
I'll take the 35, I guess, if you're taking it.
I want to see somebody walk on the moon. I mean, on Mars.
Well, you won't.
Of course you'll take the 35, Calta. You're rich now.
But I was thinking more for my kids. I will be around.
Okay, you have to.
Yeah, no, but you just bought a $9,000 stove.
Oh yeah, you got all kinds of crazy dough. You bought a $2,000 microwave.
Yeah, who buys a $2,000 microwave?
Oh, I don't live in a fucking dorm anymore. I had to have a good microwave. Good microwaves are expensive.
I got one that's $60. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I got one that fucking came with my house. It's a
my air fryer,
3-bedroom, 1-floor ranch. It works fine. Yeah, my air fryer is fucking $60. The one I bought you.
Yeah.
Good. Bring it when you stay here.
Stay where?
At my house.
You have one.
I know, but I'm not going to use it.
Bobby, you could sleep in the freezer. It's enormous. It sleeps 7.
I could sleep in the old freezer. You could just make it into a bed canoe.
Can't. There's already a cow in there.
Sleep next to the cow. You could spoon the cow.
No, this week at the Comedy Cellar, Chris is canceled. Comedy Central no longer exists.
Yeah, we did. We finished season 3, Chris, right before we went into lockdown. That was like mid to late March. That was the 3rd season, and then we can't shoot anymore. And then there's a new president at Comedy Central, and a lot of people moved on to other places, and so who knows what's going to happen. But
where did Ann Harris go?
I'm not sure. A lot of people might not have taken new jobs yet. I really don't know what they did.
Right.
But I've just been, there's other projects I've been working on. My sister and I optioned a book. I have a sister who's a journalist and a writer. She writes for the New York Times and wrote a couple books that did very well. So we optioned this book. It's a story about this guy who was like a bullfighter from Brooklyn. He grew up in the early 1900s and he became best friends with Ernest Hemingway. It's an amazing story. So we optioned the book and we're developing that right now.
Can we have Mush? Can we have our producer Mush play the bullfighter?
I'll play Hemingway. Want to practice?
I'll tell you right now, my goal in life was always to have a bullfighter's ass. You've never seen a bullfighter with a bad ass. Mush, bring up a bullfighter, Mush. I mean, their asses are fucking epic.
Yeah.
Just epic. Their posture is amazing. Their ass, I don't know what their payus look like, but a bullfighter's ass is my goal. I would love to have a fucking bull, just to wear that vest and those tight silk pants. I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's fun to
Mush there. Maybe Mush isn't there.
It's fun to twirl a cape around. That's got to be.
But I mean, their butt is just fucking smoking. And no one gives them credit. No one ever fucking, Anytime they bring up a guy's butt, it's always somebody that doesn't deserve it. I think bullfighter. Mush, you there?
And Bob, here's one for you. Would you like to live to be 85 with a bullfighter's ass, or live to be 75 with a bullfighter's ass, or live to be 82 with never had a bullfighter's ass?
Look at that. What a butt. I mean, just strength. Look at it.
Why does the bull have 4 things stuck in the side of its head?
Because those things don't kill it right away. You got to slowly fucking take it out. It's like a game. You stab it, and then you kill it with the sword. He's about to take it out with the sword.
Wow.
But, those bulls, they do feed a lot of people after that.
Well, they're all in
look at that ass. That ass was fucking amazing. Mush, are you not talking today?
Huh? No, you guys were talking. I didn't want to interrupt you.
Oh, all right. I
don't fucking interrupt this again, Mush.
Mush, let's not trigger each other like last week, okay?
That bullfighter.
Agreed.
What's that? Mush, can you bring up another bullfighter's ass for me?
Oh, sure.
Thanks. I mean, they're fantastic.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Why not?
Yeah.
You know what Bobby's doing after the show?
I'm gonna fucking tilt my camera down and fucking crack one up.
It's gonna be tubing.
Yeah, I don't. Does bullfighting does it make you mad?
Make me mad?
Do you care about it?
It doesn't make me mad. I mean, it's
cruel.
It is cruel. I mean, are those?
I love one of those outfits.
Severe pain. You look good
like
in
one of Madonna's dancers.
Why don't we dress up? You dress up as a bullfighter. I'll dress up as a bull for Halloween.
That'd be a great costume.
That's good,
wouldn't it?
Bobby, can I be your cape?
Yes, you can be my cape anytime you want, Ray. Well, Ray, I can't wait. February. I'm glad you're going back, and I'm glad that it's barbaric, Melissa. Bullfighting is barbaric.
She's right.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking mean. They send the bull in there doped up, and then they stab it until it bleeds out. The reason why the bull slows down is because it's losing so much blood, and all they're doing is torturing it, and then finally they kill it. It's pretty barbaric.
Did we ever do that in the States?
I'm sure. We fucking do rodeo stuff.
Well, we did cockfighting, right? Like they beat up the birds. Dog fighting.
But all that's illegal now.
It is illegal. This story is about the bullfighter and Hemingway. It's not about the beating up the bulls. Just so you know.
By the way, I went to.
Look, I'm going to pull a Danny on you and just be like, look, man, if you want to write a story about bulls dying, I mean, that's up to you, Ray. I mean, it's your thing.
I won't judge you, but it's fine.
If you ever go to Puerto Rico and stay at the Ritz, it's right across the street from the Ritz is this giant arena, and it's just cockfighting on the side. And I've been there like 4 times, and I'm like, I gotta go. And I gotta go. Twice I went and it was closed because it was out of season. And then the last time I wanted to go, I went and talked to the bellhop, and he's like, Senor, it's not what you think. I go, what do you mean? He goes, yeah, you may not like it. It's very mean. He talked me out of it.
Somebody invited me to go in Aruba about 7 years ago. It's illegal now, but they had it there, and I was like, nah, I don't want to go.
Like, I don't want to go, but I feel like I should see it once. I'm there. It's across the street. I should go at least one time.
Yeah.
It's, I think bullfighting is cool, but I'd go if I was in Spain.
Is it Spain or Mexico?
They have it in both. But I believe Spain is where it became very popular.
Wait a minute. We have a Mexican going to chime in. Go ahead.
Oh, it's in both. Cockfighting is really bad because they put like blades on them too.
Oh yeah, it's mean.
Right.
Yeah, and they're giant. They're not like regular sized roosters. They're gigantic.
Big cocks.
Like they're big cocks that could slit your throat. Like that's how big they are.
With blades on them. That's Bobby. That's how you fought as a teen.
Like
I fought with my fists, a full beer can, or a hose.
A hose.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You get into a fight, you just go find a garden hose on somebody's house, cut off a piece of it, and fucking whack somebody in the face with it. Oof. That's why I got these scars right here on my knuckles. These scars right here because I was cutting a hose and I sliced my fucking hand open.
Wow.
I go to the hospital. I missed the fight.
You're an
You
animal.
know what? I now have an opening in February for Aruba. If anybody else would like to come. I'm afraid I'm going to get hit by a hose.
Our other guest is waiting as well.
Oh, great. Ray, you want to stick around for this?
Who's your other guest? James Smith.
No, that'd be great. Danny LaBelle and James Smith.
Uh-huh.
Bring them in, boys. Ray, time to defend yourself. Every week we do a special segment of the show called A New Five with Joe, where Joe Russell, the fine young comedian down there, who's
special needs.
He's slowly becoming a fucking mountain man.
What fucking 70s room are you coming to us from today?
Yeah, what are you on?
This is how I rented the place.
What are you fucking
No
Thor Ragnarok was filmed there? What
Who lived there before you? The Partridges?
So we have an opening for this, I believe, and let's.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I want to give it up for this week. We have a special guest, Aruba Ray Ellin in the room. We have Mike Calta, Robert Kelly, and performing for us live yet again, New Five with Joe every Tuesday on the Calta and Kelly Show. Give it up for Joe.
You got to breathe too.
Russell.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
You're
hey,
welcome.
I wonder if lesbian couples brush each other's teeth with a double-ended toothbrush.
Okay.
Whenever I feel inspired, I like to paint, but I had to stop because I ran out of fences in my neighborhood. Right.
These are making me angry today.
I like that one. That was all right.
Oh, thank you.
Ray's writing them down. Ray's going to use them in Aruba.
Can you give me new punchlines? Hey, here's a new discovery. Prostate cancer was found in an 18th century Hungarian mummy. Well, that's what happens when you wait 300 years to get a colonoscopy.
All right.
Look at Ray. Look at Ray. Ray's getting angry at these guys.
Hey, I got a question. Are bread bowls dishwasher safe? Because I'm tired of washing them by hand.
Like the soup, man, the bread.
Yeah, they're just stacking up in the sink.
I got it. I understood it.
All right, two more.
I would change that. Hey, everybody, I don't think bread bowls are a dishwasher stuff. Usually, like, I love getting the soup in the bread bowl. I don't think they're dishwasher safe, though.
Oh, that made it better.
I don't think there's any hope for that one.
I like that. Go ahead.
Oh, good. A couple in England became the world's oldest newlyweds with a combined age of 194. Closing out the ceremony, the priest said, "You may now mush the bride." Shout out to Mush.
Don't.
Last one.
Yay.
And then I'll leave. Have you ever heard of Thomas Edison?
Yeah.
He invented a lot of things, but I think we can all agree his worst invention was sex with the lights on.
Hey, try your other joke in front of Ray and see if Ray likes the one we liked from last week.
I have this roommate, and he only dates Chinese girls. And after a while, I finally asked him, I'm like, "Hey, man, what's with all the Chinese girls?" And I'll never forget what he said. He said, "I'm Chinese."
Ray's gone. Ray's gone. Ray's done. All right, everybody, give it up for Joe Russell. It's a new five.
Oh, thank you.
With Joe Russell. Thank you, Joe. Is Olivia there?
No, she's gone.
Okay, well,
she's gone for good.
Yeah, she dumped you.
Finally left you.
She's picking up paint.
Which joke did she walk out on?
All right, Joe.
I have a question. So that painting scheme was in the place when you got there?
Yeah, and
So what were you like? Let's buy the ugliest comforter to match the wall.
that is an heirloom. That is a handmade quilt.
That's a handmade quilt from AIDS.
Actually, can I tell you an AIDS joke real quick?
Yeah, please
okay.
go ahead. He's got an AIDS joke.
I wasn't planning on doing that. The other day, I took an at-home AIDS test, but before I checked the results, I did my laundry because the only thing worse than finding out you have AIDS is then you have to go do the laundry.
Yeah, hi. Yeah, you're not gonna fucking believe what I just heard. Yeah. Yeah. Right.
All right, everybody, give it up for Joe Rustle. We'll see you next Tuesday, Joe.
Tuesday, okay.
Wow, so
Oh,
glad
God.
I came on a Tuesday.
Hey, Calta, you should come down to Aruba. You'll have a great fucking time. And you know he does stand up too. You know that, right?
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, maybe come on one night and do a 10-minute set. Be a fun time, dude.
Better than that last guy you just saw.
We'll get a bunch of the ladybugs to come down during February vacation.
So do you stay at the Holiday Inn, Bobby?
Yeah.
So what we should do is we should find out like a room rate package, put together a package for the ladybugs.
What is Ladybugs?
All our fans.
Ah, okay. Oh, you know what? We probably could put together. I could talk to the guy there, and they could probably put something together.
Oh, we could do a ladybug package. Everybody can come down. We'll fucking
Even if
have
only
a-
like 10 people came, I mean, we're not making money off it, just so they could all be there when you're there.
Yeah.
Yeah, fun. Had a good time. And then, truthfully, the Holiday Inn in Aruba is like shockingly really great. I mean, there's like this outdoor area with gazebos and hammocks. The piece of beach is outstanding. That restaurant there, that Da Vinci restaurant, is great.
It's good. It's fucking great. Like I thought it looks like it's going to be those weird little shitty hotel restaurants that they just jammed in. It's fucking great. All the
It's
food
great.
is great.
Yeah.
All
The
of it.
piano
Where
bars.
do you live, Ray? Where do you live in?
I'm sorry.
What do you live in? Like an apartment, a house, a hut?
I'll stay there. I'll stay at the hotel.
Holiday Inn? Fuck yeah.
Sure. It's just
I'd
convenient.
I'd love to live in a hotel.
Yeah, I love it. When I was down there for 8-9 weeks, I stayed at 3 different hotels. I just mixed it up, but I like it a lot. But it's excellent, and the showroom is really good. It'll probably be 4 shows a week, is my guess. Before the pandemic, it was much more. 6-7 nights a week, but I'll probably do 4. And people will be spaced apart, and it'll be good. So
I already picked the dates I'm coming.
wait, the 10 to the 18, right?
Yeah.
I can double check.
Yep.
Is that what it was?
I believe that's it. The 10th to the 18th.
Yeah.
I'm very excited. Yeah, dude, it's the fucking best. Aruba's the best.
I'll come up that weekend.
Wednesday,
Dude,
February
it's a-
10th to February 18th. Yep. Yeah,
the
you
10th
said,
to
man.
the 18th.
Oh, from Florida. It's a breeze to get there from Florida.
I'll
It's easy
come
from New York also, but
I'll come up Thursday after the show. I'll come up Thursday to Sunday.
That's perfect.
great.
That would be awesome.
Come up, dude. As we say in Boston, it's tit.
Just one?
It's tit. Fucking tit, baby.
Yeah, it wasn't. It's the tits.
No, it's tit, dude. That's fine. Hey, how easy it is. It's tit.
Huh.
It's fucking tit. You can't say it's the tits, but it's mainly, dude. How was that? It was tit. It's nothing.
Wait, do I have to suck my teeth? Do I have to go? It's the tits.
Yeah, you gotta do that. Tits. It's tits.
It's a tit.
Is there only one Holiday Inn in Aruba?
Only
Stop
one.
looking at your own lips, you fucking weirdo. I saw what you were doing.
Excuse
God
me.
bless you, Corona. Yes, that's it. And then tomorrow we'll be down at 3:00. I believe tomorrow at 3, correct?
Tomorrow is what, Wednesday?
I think we'll
Right
get
on.
Mike Feeney. Did we get Mike Feeney tomorrow?
He's not available, unfortunately.
Oh, he's too cool for us now.
Oh, is he too cool? Well, let me get him on the phone real quick. Fucking too cool for us. Son of a bitch. You believe that shit, Mike?
I have to tell you, though, the Feeney Sagalo Canon cameos were the best goddamn thing on your birthday special.
Oh, they were amazing.
Yeah. I can't even shit on them because those were so good. The
Let's
triplets.
see.
Yeah.
Let's see what the fuck. What's he got going on? What I mean, what? It's a fucking. He's got no gigs.
He's filming videos with Gabby.
Yeah, I know. Fucking annoyed me, by the way. Right?
I mean,
Yeah, you're live on the Calta and Kelly show right now.
oh, okay. Hi, everybody.
Yeah. Why can't you do tomorrow?
You didn't tell me tomorrow. You just said, do you want to do it? And I was like, oh, absolutely. But tomorrow.
No, tomorrow you can do 11. Tomorrow he's doing the 30-day less titty challenge.
Who is? You are?
You and Sagalo.
I can't do it tomorrow.
Why?
I'll do it next Tuesday. I'll do it twice next week if you want.
You can't do. I need you to this week. You said you'd do it
Why?
this week, and you said you couldn't do Calta and Kelly tomorrow.
I know. This is what I'm saying.
What do you? We want to know what the
my story is quite consistent, isn't it?
What do you have going on?
I have. First off, I'm creating, Bobby. I have to make a sketch that I have to.
Oh God, forget it.
You forgot part of a sketch.
Can't even dare a fucking sketch. A sketch.
It's the tip.
Mike Feeney will be on Saturday Night Live one day.
Yeah, he will be. All right, well, we're gonna wrap it up. Ray, thanks for coming on, buddy.
Thanks for having me, guys. And if I could tell everybody to go to arubacomedy.com and also check out comedycloud.co. arubacomedy.com, comedycloud.co.
If you ever want to go on a trip, if you ever want to go somewhere fucking with no pressure, one of the most beautiful places on the earth, see some comedy, go down, look when he's doing his shows. He does them on and off all year long for months, and he brings down, I'm not even kidding you, the best comics on the planet, and it's one of the best shows you'll ever see, and it's right there in Aruba, and it's so beautiful and so awesome. So make sure you fucking check it out. Check out all his stuff. And what else we got, Mush?
Oh, well, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, follow us at Calta and Kelly on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And Bobby, this Saturday will be at Lakewood, New Jersey at Blue Cloud Stadium, live from home plate for tickets for him and Ron Bennington. And we actually, a fan can't go, and they have a pair of VIP tickets they want us to give away.
Wow, let's do it.
Ooh.
So we will
all right, whoever wants the VIP tickets for Saturday night for me and Ron Bennington, hit me up on or hit us up with Calta and Kelly on Instagram, okay? And we'll pick you. Is that the way we should do it, Mush? Should they email you?
They should tell us why in their Instagram and tag us in it.
Okay, that's great. Perfect. Tag us in it. Tell us why on your Instagram. Tag Calta and Kelly, Mike Calta, Robert Kelly on it, and we'll pick you guys in the next day. We'll pick it. All right.
Sounds awesome.
All right. Timing on that was a little weird, but Jesus Christ. What's up? Yeah.
Wednesday, November 4th, Side Splitters Comedy Club in Tampa, Calta and Kelly podcast live. Tickets available now and halfway sold out already. Can you believe that shit?
I can. Why wouldn't I?
We've talked about it like 3 times. Halfway sold out. Sidesplitterscomedy.com. And we're doing Mike Mush is going to do comedy. Joe Russell is going to do comedy. Then we're going to do the podcast live in front of a live studio audience. And tickets are at sidesplitterscomedy.com. And then Bobby's there all weekend.
Yeah, and I'm there Thursday, Friday, and Saturday with Russell and Mush. And Russell will be doing his regular act.
Not the shit you see here.
Not the shit, but he will be doing a new 5 on the podcast that night. So there you go. So make that video, get those tickets, and we'll see you guys. Oh, don't forget patreon.com/Robert Kelly. Friday show is always behind the wall for Patreon ladybugs only. And Saturday night jerk off party, we let all the people come in and we hang out with you. Some of us hang out with you, and it's okay. I'm always there, but we always.
I'll be there 100% this weekend. 100%.
This weekend we'll dress up. To this week? No, is it next week?
Next weekend, dress. This weekend you're going to be at the baseball field. We don't even know if you'll be home in time.
That's right. But Mike will be there.
I mean, 100%.
100%. So check that out, and we'll see you guys tomorrow at 3:00. All right.
Goodbye. Bye.
Bye.
They're #1 best friends, almost 1,000 pounds of funny. They're here to entertain you, not 'cause Bobby needs the money. In this place you'll laugh right down from your belly. So get in here, you half a queer. It's time for Calta and Kelly.
Most child molesters love them.